Guy we're looking at here is Tyree Wilson, defensive end, outside back or edge player for Texas Tech, number 19, 6'6", 271 pounds of twisted steel. This guy is long, and he's got range. In this first play, he's lined up as a four-eye, again, inside shade of the offensive tackle here. He gets reached here. We call this getting one hold. He almost gets two hold. He's got the ability to recover here, come back, get back in the B gap, get down the line of scrimmage. And because of his length, he's able to get in a ton of tackles. He's going to need some work moving forward, on his stance. But again, this is a big, strong, athletic guy that has position flexibility. He can play anywhere from an inside defensive tackle in a nickel or sub defense to an outside linebacker in a 3-4. He is such a physical mismatch versus tight ends. Again, he's supposed to be, we talked about setting the edge for these outside linebackers and these defensive linemen. He does a great job of setting the edge. So again, you can see him go ahead and shock this guy, hat in hands, knock this guy back. Recognize that it is a run play. You don't see many inline tight ends. He's going to do really well against tight ends in the run game. Tyree's going to be lined up as a 6 technique. He's in a 2-point. This is a 2nd and 3. So this is a run situation in Tyree's mind here. Based on the defense and the structure of the defense, he has got C-gap responsibility. And C-gap is that gap in between the tackle and the tight end. He's going to get some knocking back on this tight end. He gets turned a little bit. And then stay in that C gap and stay square. But again, this guy is so big and so long, he's going to be able to make a shit ton of plays down the line of scrimmage. He's lined up as a loose 9 technique here on the left side of the defense. The right side as the offense is looking. Based on the structure of this defense here, this is where, from an instinct standpoint, he needs to get a little bit better. Even though he gets, a release by the tight end and he's thinking pass, he's got to be able to transfer his eyes and see, a down block by the offensive tackle, set this thing down, stay square. That's something that he's going to need to improve on moving forward here. We're going to see from a pass rush standpoint, he's going to rush the outside as he's the right defensive end here, a loose 5 technique. He's got a decent get off here. You're always looking for first step explosion on these guys. This is a great job. He long arms this tackle, knocks him back, great swim move back inside, and then has the leverage and the power and the ability and strength to fight through this double team, beat this guard as well, and get this quarterback on the ground. He's lined up here on the left side, and he's going to end up knocking back and just run this offensive guard and get a quarterback pressure and a quarterback hit on this play and cause an errant pass. These guys play so many snaps. I don't know what the rotation was, but the tempo that most of these college teams play at, they can play, 70, 80 snaps sometimes. But he's going to learn that he's not going to be able to get away with taking any plays off. Okay, so where you see him, he's up top here. This is going to be a drop 8. He's pretty nimble on his feet. He can flip his hips inside. He's the flat defender at the top of the screen here, but he's got good feet. He's got good hips. That's good enough athletic ability and change of direction to when you project and look at this guy and say, if you're going to take this guy in a 3-4 scheme, and we do want to drop him from time to time, I think this play shows you here that he's got enough athletic ability to do that. We see these inconsistencies on tape. If I'm going to take this guy, I know a lot of the projections, a lot of the mocks have this guy going in the top 5. His stock has been rising. He's been flying up most people's draft boards, and mostly probably because of obvious, the obvious, the measurables. 6'6", 270 plus pounds, nimble, can run, can change directions, can rush the passer, do all the things that you need, an edge defender to do in today's game. Now, if somebody's going to take them there, it's going to be a team that's obviously done their homework on them. Their area scout has done their homework on this kid. You're going to be able to check a lot of boxes. You can't check all the boxes: accountability, reliability, durability, availability, all those kind of things. And then the football character on this kid, if you can check off most of those boxes, and then the football character part, where you can equate maybe some of the inconsistencies, some of the up and down play to some of the things we talked about earlier about Tyree, maybe the amount of time that he spent on the field. And you feel really, really good that whoever, picks this player if we were to take this player, if I were to, was still coaching to take this player, I'd have to feel really good about this guy's football character to take him that high and know that, hey, this kind of, inconsistency and taking some plays off here and there. Because, let's be honest. It happens. And the greatest players get tired and they get reached and they get hooked and they miss a play here or there, or they miss a tackle. That's just how it goes. But again, the great ones, their football character usually, shines and overcomes a lot of those, inconsistencies. And it's not going to be something that, rears its ugly head on a, more than you like.